What's going on, everybody? My name is Bendy, and this is Disney Heroes. So, today, we're going to be talking about Angel.
In the arms of the angel.
No, not that one. We're talking about TV shows here, man.
You're scrawnier than that picture.
This is a vessel. My true form is approximately the size of your Chrysler building.
All right, quit bragging.
No, he's an angel, but our character's name is Angel.
I think someone needs a hug.
Okay. Ew.
Oh my god, no, I'm talking about this one.
Okay, but you said we were talking about Angel.
Yes, but not the fucking TV show. We talk about Disney characters in this series.
Oh, okay, got it.
There, Pluto. Be patient with Minnie. You know she loves you.
Loves him? Oh, please.
No.
But you said Disney.
Oh my god, this one from Lilo and Stitch.
But you said Disney.
Interns, swear to fucking god. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Or if you don't have a Valentine for yourself, happy lonely and sad day. So,
Angel! Aloha, Angel!
Is one of the best characters in all of Disney Heroes, and I think a lot of people overlook Angel, maybe because she doesn't really do a ton of damage, she doesn't have a very flashy white steel or anything like that. She kind of just stands there in the middle of the fight the entire time, but what she can provide to her team is extremely useful and game-changing. I kind of hinted to this a little bit in my top 10 blue skills video, but the support that Angel can provide to her team, easily some of the most game-changing in all of Disney Heroes, and I'm going to explain exactly why in this video. So, if you guys enjoy my videos, if you guys enjoy my hero overviews, definitely give me a like, subscribe, comment. I would hugely appreciate it. I have a Twitch now. I haven't really done a whole lot over there yet. Still getting everything kind of set up and everything, but if you want to check me out on Twitch, I'll leave a link in the description and also in a comment in this video. I'm hoping I can get to affiliation on Twitch really quickly. I need 50 followers in order to get affiliation on Twitch, which means that I can start getting tips and stuff. So if you want to help me out, that would be really helpful to me, even if you do not care about my streams whatsoever. So, as always, we are going to be going through what her skills do, what friend discs do, what mods you should give her, who she's good against, who she's good with, and of course, how to counter her. As always, let's start with Angel's white skill. Angel's white skill is Siren Song. Angel sings, silencing enemies and removing about 1.6 million basic damage for 10 seconds. If you don't know what silence does, it basically just stops any enemies that are silenced from using any of their skills. So this is actually a really huge way to shut down enemy teams, especially those that depend very heavily on skills. Also, removing basic damage is very helpful. So they're going to be prevented from using their skills and also be doing less damage to you as a full team, basically. So this is a pretty damn good white skill, something that I think a lot of people overlook. And over to her green skill, we got Such a Charmer.
Oh, excuse me.
Once per wave, when Angel reaches 0 HP, she charms the enemy that damaged her last for 6 seconds and heals herself for about 23 million HP at max level. This charm cannot be dodged or evaded, and the duration is not reduced by tenacity. The number one thing to note about this is she has a self-revive from this, and also the charm cannot be dodged or evaded. This is really huge because almost every other disable or debuff in the game is able to be dodged from the evasion stat on various heroes' stat pages. So basically the only way that you can stop this charm from going off is with Hardy. Let's move on to her blue skill, Blowing a Kiss.
She's a nasty one. Grab her before she eats us.
Naga, typically the Bojibu.
When an ally is KO'd, Angel blows a kiss at them to revive them. Allies are revived with about 20 million HP at max level and are invincible for 5 seconds. Now, I already talked about this a little bit on my top 10 blue skills But this is absolutely, in my opinion, the best blue skill in the game, but definitely one of the top like 3 or 4 in the game. Being able to revive a teammate is absolutely huge and a game changer in this game, especially with how fast paced it is. Even just having one hero be able to come back to life, especially with the fact that they become invincible for 5 seconds, and if you revive the right character, I mean, you can't really control who gets revived. If you get that right revive off, especially if it's like a frailer damage character or something like that, it gives them a really good opportunity to get a second shot off on the enemy teams and could probably take out entire lines. I've had plenty of scenarios where this revive has gone off and then within a couple seconds, the hero that got revived just takes out the entire enemy team. This is definitely a very, very good blue skill. And it's very interesting that she has 2 revives, one for herself and one for a teammate. And this is every single wave also. So her purple skill, Sweet Singer.
Yeah, you fucking with some wet-ass pussy! Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass pussy!
Oh, 624, you are little Dickens, you are.
Each time an enemy is silenced, Angel gains about 500,000 basic damage, or more if you have a mod like I do. Angel keeps 75% of this basic damage from wave to wave. So basically, as the fight goes on, Angel is going to be dealing more and more damage to the enemy. Her damage isn't really what she's best at, so this is kind of just nice, but it's not like the greatest thing in the world. She doesn't really have any kind of like damage dealing skill. She kind of just only does her basic attack.
624 is harmless early experiment designed to, pop popcorn for Jumbo's movie night.
However, I have won a lot of just like 1v1 Angel fights with some kind of tough enemy just because of this basic damage boost, making her so she's able to stand a pretty fair chance at defeating the enemy. Her red skill, Farewell Kiss. If Angel is KO'd and has not yet performed Blowing a Kiss in the current wave, she uses it before she is KO'd on the ally with the least HP. This basically makes it so that she is guaranteed to get her blue skill off, even if the rest of her team hasn't gone down. You're just going to make them invincible for 5 seconds and heal them. The next part is Charmed enemies remove 150 energy from enemies they damage. You could totally pair Angel with more charm teams. I'll probably get into that more in the teammate section. Just makes it so they can't get their white skill off quite as much. And the removing energy has a chance to fail, so you have to have this at max level, although it's a nice red skill, but probably not one to like prioritize getting to max red skill. There's definitely other better red skills that you want to have at max level. And then the additional stats are she gets basic damage boost, skill power boost, and a reality boost. All in all, Angel's hit, she doesn't do a ton of damage and she's not all that flashy, but what she does to support her team is extremely helpful and really can help the rest of her team be able to get their damage off and do the things that they need to do in order to get the win for the team. I worked on Angel right away as soon as she came out. I don't really know why, I just kind of wanted to, and I didn't even really know what she did, but every time I put Angel in the fight, I would always win, every single time. And I think it's mainly because of the revives and also the amount of silence that she has. It really can shut down the enemy team. But anyways, let's move on to her Fring Disc and see what they do.
Good morning, Angel. Kader Baba?
Speed it up! Catch a charge! Extra large and extra hard! Put this pussy right in your face! Swipe your nose like a credit card!
Galaku! Oh, nice pipes!
So first one I'm going to talk about here is going to be the Miguel Friend Disc. This one is not that great. It's extremely niche. What it does is on the level up side over here, it gives a basic damage boost to Angel and her allies, and also gives Angel a max HP boost. And then over on the star side, when enemies become Berserk, they are blinded for 3 seconds or up to 15 seconds at max level. This, like I said, is extremely niche. There's only about a handful of characters that even have Berserk, and most of them are not really in the meta. Probably the most prominent one is obviously Beast. He's the OG Berserk character. So this is basically just going to make it so that Beast doesn't do nearly as much damage to you. since he's not going to be able to use his basic attack, which means when he goes to Berserk, he's just going to stand there for the entire time. Now, this is the one that about 99.9% of the time, this is the one that you want. On the level up side of the Stitch disc, enemies lose basic damage and reality while they are silenced, which is great. Just going to help you deal more damage to them and stuff, and make it so they don't do as much damage to you. And then over on the star side, enemies gain 50% less energy when they basic attack. This really just helps a ton with making it so they can't get their white skill off very much at all. And since you're lowering their basic damage and also preventing them from being able to use their skills due to the silence, this really makes it so that the enemy teams don't do as much in general. So they can't do damage to you, they're silenced so they can't use their skills, and they're also using their white skill even less due to less energy gain. You can see what I mean about Angel shutting down the enemy team so hard with all of her skills, even though she doesn't do a ton of damage herself. And then lastly, let's talk about the battle badge. What does her battle badge do? When silence is applied to 3 enemies, she gains skill power and reality per control row hero. And then if you decide to enhance this one, which I don't think is super worthwhile because it's just a shield, she gets a team shield that lasts 10 seconds. This one, definitely unlock it, but I do not think this one is very worthwhile to enhance. Probably less so than most of them out there. I just think the team shield one overall is probably the second worst battle badge enhancement of all of them. Maybe aside from the 200 energy gain one, that one's pretty much useless. But yeah, so definitely unlock this battle badge. It'll go off extremely quickly for you because Angel does have a lot of silence, especially if you pair Angel with some other silence heroes. So she's going to get the skill power boost and reality boost pretty much right away in the fight, so definitely worthwhile to unlock. So we've talked about her skills, her friend disc, and her battle badge. Let's talk about what mods you should give Angel. Now, Angel has kind of a lot of options, actually. You can do almost anything with Angel. You could really do any skill because you can just increase the healing that she does to herself on her green skill. You can increase the healing that she does when she revives a ally, or you can increase her basic damage throughout the fight. I went with the purple skill personally. I think it's the best one, especially because there's so much damage right now going around in the game with all the damage heroes just totally dominating that I don't even think this heal is super duper relevant. It's great to, you know, bring you back to life and everything, but other than that, this heal right here is probably not the most relevant thing in the entire world. So I would definitely recommend just gradually increasing her damage more and more and more as the fight goes on. I think that's probably the best way to go. So you can go with any mod, but I recommend the purple skill myself. And then the other thing you could do is definitely reality, because Angel has a lot of reality and she also gives herself a lot of reality from a couple different ways. But you could also go with armor to even things out a little bit if you wanted to make her armor and reality a little bit more even so that she's more well-rounded defensively. But I like to boost the one that they're already better at. You could also go with speed. That'll just help her get her skills off a little bit faster. You could give her a shield. I don't think it's super great. You could actually give her a normal crit if you wanted to, because her normal crit is actually kind of decent. By default, she has about a 50% chance to crit. So if you want to boost that a little bit more, you totally can, but her damage is really not what makes her that great. The one thing that I would absolutely 100% avoid on Angel is fantastic crit, because as you can see, she doesn't have a fantastic crit stat whatsoever. I think that about covers all of them, right? Yeah, so that's Angel's mods. Let's move on to who is Angel good with? Probably more so than almost any other hero in Disney Heroes, Angel can literally go in any team. When it comes to Angel, I throw Angel on almost every single line that I make in this game. She's really that good and versatile. I know it's a bit of a cop-out to say that a character is good with everybody, but I definitely mean it when I say that Angel of all characters can go with literally any team and boost them up immensely. Definitely one of, if not the most versatile hero in Disney Heroes. But in general, Angel is going to go great with frail heroes like Shigo, Wasabi, or Dash, or pretty much any damage hero like that because of the revive, so it's just going to help to keep them alive a little bit longer and let them get their damage off. Another thing that is great to have with Angel is Jim Hawkins. Jim, for a couple reasons actually. Jim, like Angel, also has an ally revive, so you could have even more revives going on your team. So if you really want to try and keep them alive, I use Angel and Jim together a lot for pretty much that exact reason. And another reason I use Jim with Angel a lot is because of the basic damage boost that he gives to his team. So this is just going to help Angel do more damage. It's going to make, you know, the rest of the team do a lot more damage in general and help you to be able to get all your skills and stuff off faster. I think that's the whole idea with Angel, is you want to try and shut down the enemy team in order to just swarm them with all of your skills and stuff before they're able to get their skills off on you. So that's the main reason that I use Jim and Angel together a lot. They're very, very good teammates together. And then if you couldn't guess, pairing Angel with other silence or charm is going to be extremely useful. Just to, I know I keep saying it over and over again, but it's going to help to shut down the enemy team. So some of the best charmers in Disney Heroes are going to be Minnie Mouse, Miss Piggy, who's pretty good, but Miss Piggy's kind of falling off the meta. Mad Hatter has quite a bit of charm, so does Nick Wilde. Mary Sanderson does too, I'm pretty sure. I think she actually has a really huge charm, actually, if I remember. Yeah, charm for 8 seconds. Baloo has a lot of charm, and Baloo just got a power boost. I don't really know how much better he got. I don't know if anyone's trying to use Baloo, but Baloo has a lot of charm. So does Dr. Draken. Now, Dr. Draken in particular is another great hero to pair with Angel, because I always make the comparison that Dr. Draken and Angel are kind of the same character, just Draken does a lot more damage in general, while Angel has the revives. Kind of the main difference between them. Other than that, they are very, very similar characters. Draken's white skill has a silence as well. He has a huge charm of 16 seconds. That's a very, very long charm. So they're going to be dealing a lot more damage to their enemy, and then also they're not going to be gaining as much energy due to Angel. He deals bonus damage to silenced enemies. And then also from Draken's purple skill, his evil laugh reset goes back to 0 when an enemy gets silenced by anybody on your team. And of course, Angel's white skill has silence, so another great pairing there. So Angel and Dr. Draken are another great pair. I don't have Draken worked on, but I've definitely seen a ton of Angel and Drakens together on teams in War and Arena Coliseum and stuff like that. And it's very, very annoying to deal with. The two of them really just shut you down so hard. And then going off from the charm, we're going to go over to silence really quick. So some of the best silencers in the game, there's quite a few of them. I don't know, I talk about silence a lot in this channel. So some of the best silencers are going to be discussed. Tia, Sadness, you got Mushu, Dr. Draken, like I just said, Carl as well. And I think Simba and Nala have quite a bit of charm as well. But yeah, those are like the main charmers in the game. You also got Megara, who has a decent charm. I think it's on our blue skill or something like that. Carl, Mushu, and Sadness in particular are going to be great to pair with Angel, because Mushu and Sadness both deal more damage to silenced enemies, and Carl on his white skill makes it so that silenced enemies get knocked back, have 300 energy removed, and are stunned. And then also, if you want to go really hard with the energy removal, you could definitely go with Winifred Sanderson. Because of her red skill, she steals 400 energy from enemies with her white skill. On top of all the other things it does, it's just going to make it so that you steal a lot more energy, and it just, you know, makes it so that you can't get their white skill off as much, like I keep saying. And then lastly, for the good with, I have Hermit. Hermit is going to be able to duplicate Angel's invincibility that she gives to an ally from her blue skill. Just another nice little thing to keep your team alive a little bit longer. But yeah, so Angel really goes with a ton of heroes. Like I said, Angel can literally just go in any team that you make, and I put Angel in quite literally 90% of the teams that I make in Disney Heroes. I really, really do use Angel all the time. So let's move on to who Angel is good against. Obviously, while it is quite niche, if you wanted to use Angel's Miguel Friendis to shut down Berserk heroes, you totally could. I don't really recommend it, but if you wanted to, it is a great way to counter Berserk heroes. There's only a few of them in the game that are at all notable. Most of the Berserkness comes from Battle Badge enhancements, which only last for about 4 seconds, which is just kind of like whatever. But if you don't know what Berserk does, it basically just makes you unkillable for the duration of the Berserk. It's like a worse invincibility, basically, because you're able to be at 1 HP, but you just can't die. That's pretty much all it does. So Davy Jones, Beast, John Silver, Barley are the main 4 Berserkers in this game. They're the ones that don't have it on their battle badge, basically. Obviously, Beast is the most notable Berserk in the game. That's the one everybody knows about because it's the original one. Angel is going to be great at shutting those heroes down, basically, because of that friend disc, but don't worry about it if you don't want to bother building up that friend disc. It's really not a big deal at all to work on that friend disc. I don't even really recommend it, to be honest. I think the Stitch friend disc is just by and large way better than the Miguel friend disc. And due to the silence, Angel is obviously going to be extremely good against very skill dependent heroes. Heroes that require their various skills in order to be good really get shut down by the silence that Angel does. So this is going to be a lot of support heroes like Tron and Kermit, Fear, or even Sisu or anything like that. A lot of the like supportive heroes like that, they get really shut down by Angel's silences because they can't get any of their skills off. Even a lot of damage heroes. I mean, most heroes depend very heavily on being able to use their skills over basic damage. Darkwing Duck won't be able to go invisible. Mim's not going to be able to change her forms and stuff to do damage. Zeus is not going to be able to get his lightning off. Ian won't be able to reflect or do his make people small thing. Tons and tons of things like that. Silence is an extremely good disable. I cannot recommend it enough if you don't have a silence character powered up. That's pretty much all I got for the good against section. And then the last one, how do you counter Angel?
No, you turn them back to good.
Now, kind of similar to Timon and Pumbaa, I don't think you necessarily need to counter Angel all that much. She's kind of just going to sit there and be annoying the entire time, so you don't really need to counter her, like in the way that you need to like counter Zeus or Shigo or something like that. But definitely one of the better ways to counter Angel is going to be with Hardy. Hardy's just going to prevent you from getting a debuff applied to you from the enemy, so this is going to stop the silences from going off from Angel on your team. There's quite a few heroes that have Hardy. I'm just going to point out some of the best ones to you. Tron gives his team a ton of Hardy. Rapunzel also does. Kermit does. Fear as well. Maximus. Baloo, I'm pretty sure, gives himself a lot of Hardy. Linguini and Remy have a lot of Hardy that he gives himself and his team. Fairy Godmother as well. Those are like the main... Oh, and Belle. Sorry, I forgot Belle. Belle's an extremely good Hardy. Probably one of the best Hardys in the game. There's quite a few heroes that have Hardy. Those are the main ones, though. And then speaking of seeing Esmeralda here, Esmeralda is actually a very good counter for Angel as well. Although Esmeralda's kind of not the best hero in the game. But one, her purple skill, Esmeralda gains 250 energy each time an ally is silenced. So it's basically just going to make it so that she is able to get her energize off a lot more often. Even though Angel is going to be shutting down her team, she's still going to be able to gain energy and give her team energy. And then also on her red skill, while Esmeralda or her allies are silenced, and if they are healed by Esmeralda, they also receive 75% of the heal as shield. So she's basically just going to be shielding her team throughout the fight from this red skill every time that her team gets silenced. So Esmeralda is a very good silence counter in general, but definitely against Angel as well. As always, Tron is going to counter everything in the entire world with his white skill. He is able to remove, one, the invincibility that Angel applies to the revived teammate, and also he's able to remove the basic damage boost that Angel gives herself, so it sets her back to square one. So Tron is a very good counter for Angel as well. I always have to point out Tron because Tron counters literally everything in the entire game. Going back to Dr. Draken again, Dr. Draken is going to be a pretty good Angel counter as well due to the green skill, because Draken charms the enemy with the most basic damage, and if Angel has built up her basic damage a little bit, Angel might have the highest basic damage on her team. So she's pretty much guaranteed to get charmed here, and therefore she's going to deal quite a bit of damage to her teammates, as well as, you know, all the other things that Draken does. Draken's just a really weird and interesting character, probably coming soon in the Hero Overview series. But yeah, so I think that is pretty much all I have. I don't really have a ton for this one, but like I said, you don't really need to counter Angel all that much. I think Hardy is probably the number one thing that is really going to help against Angel over most other things. She can definitely be quite the nuisance on the enemy team, but as long as you can prevent her silences from going off, I think you're going to be fine to help with Angel.
I was right! Love can overcome anything!
So, I think that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Who should we do next in the Hero Overview series? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm actually sort of kind of running out of the main heroes that I've wanted to talk about. I think Angel is probably the last of the heroes that I've been wanting to talk about since I started the Hero Overview series. And I think Angel is probably the last of like the top like 10 or so heroes that everybody should have powered up. I've slowly been making my way through each and every one of them. Anyways, that's gonna be it. So, peace. 3, 4, 5. 4. How did Pooh go down?
NANI?!
Gotta believe in love.
And cut! There it is! The defining theme moment that pulls it all together! That's a wrap, everyone! The perfect happy ending. Love triumphs over evil. Hey!
Not today, it doesn't.
Sorry, losers.